We agreed at 500.
His mother-in-law explained how the suspect was taking advantage of his wife's inability to hear or speak to perpetrate the act.
Every day, people don't die. The first one die, this one die. What is this? So I tell him, say, make him come show me the place where he buried the person. Let me talk to her. Do like this. I come home like where are my children? Because my daughter know the talk. I said they do it like that. Umbrella people, food there. I need to this key. That's what the man they do. That's what the man they do. I go call Ospak there. Ospak before Ospak carry the man I go to police station.
Another suspect, Nelson Bernard, spoke about his involvement in the crime.
I no get money, property. She no get. If you see me, you see I no get money.
How much did they pay you for which?
700,000.
How much did they pay you for miracle?
350.
A day old baby. How much did they pay for the day old baby?
500.
Whom do you give a day old baby?
Doctor.
What is his name?
I learn for doctor, but I don't know the main name.
Okay. What of Uchechi?
Which is a doctor too.
Meanwhile, the Senate has approved President Bola Tinubu's request for $800 million borrowing from the World Bank. The president's request was made in a letter read by Senate President Godswill Akpabio at plenary on Thursday. In the letter, President Tinubu explained that the loan would be used to scale up the National Social Safety Net program. Attached to the request was a decision by the federal government to transfer 8,000 naira monthly to 12 million poor and low-income households for 6 months. He said the money would be transferred directly to the identified beneficiaries' accounts. Reacting to this, an economist, Orwell Intiga, says it makes no economic sense to transfer 8,000 naira to Nigerians for 6 months. Dr. Intiga spoke with correspondent Soibi Oruwari.
Do we have statistics of this number of families that the president wants to reach? That's the basic question. Do we know how do they have the statistics? What is the yardstick identifying families that will be reached? Is it based on their income level or based on what? It's not to give people money and you feel that you've solved their problem. Economically, it will be meaningless because that will even help to escalate the rising price level.
The economist, however, advised the president to invest heavily in critical infrastructure that can improve the purchasing power of citizens. In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has declared a national emergency on food security as part of measures to check rising cost of food and guarantee price stability. Announcing this on Thursday, the special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, Dele Alake, said President Tinubu is mindful of the rising cost of food and how it affects Nigerian households. He said the president directed the release of fertilizers and grains to farmers and households to mitigate the effect of the removal of petrol subsidy. He said land banks will be activated with 500,000 acres already mapped out to increase land availability. Mr. Alake also said that the government would also enhance irrigation to ensure all-year farming while setting up ranches with state governments to eliminate the archaic method of livestock farming.
The government is going to encourage a movement away from that old archaic method of livestock business into the modernized method, and that is the establishment of ranches. It has a multiplier effect because it increases the yield and the value chain increases rather than walking animals thousands of kilometers. The federal government promises to pay for those lands, the parcels of lands, to establish those ranches.
Mr. Alake said a national commodity board will be in place to help ensure price stability, just as security will be beefed up to ensure that farmers return to their farms unhindered.
So that in essence resolves all of those issues. The issue of encroachment, security will be provided, adequate security, to ensure that all our farmers are able to go back to their farms in an unfettered manner.
The special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy said the high cost of transporting agricultural products will be addressed through rail and water transport, while the export capacity of agricultural sector will be strengthened. Mr. Alake further announced that savings from the subsidy removal will be used for interventions in the agricultural sector. Middlemen and commodity merchants were advised to release grains that have been hoarded, as the government will be releasing all grains in strategic areas. Andoni local government area has become the first local government in Rivers State to unveil a transport scheme to help reduce the effect of the removal of petrol subsidy on the people of the council area. The chairman of Andoni local government area, Erastus Awotu, said during the flag off of the scheme at the council headquarters that the gesture is another way to make the people of Andoni feel the impact of his government. The chairman said the fare for the buses will be at a subsidized rate to help maintain the buses.
There is nothing you will do that will be enough, but it is worse not to start anything. And so we decided that we have to reduce the pain on our people. And so it is on that note that the council has provided 3 vehicles to be conveying our people from Port Harcourt straight to the headquarters, from Bori to the headquarters at subsidized rates, so that our people will know that they voted for the government and that the government has not abandoned them.
He promised to sustain the scheme and increase the number of vehicles to accommodate more people. Flagging off the scheme, the PDP chairman in Andoni local government area, Victor Ere, commended the council chairman for providing the buses.
Chairman have done so well that everybody can come down and sleep. We took eyes closed. And that's the reason why he provided all these buses. This bus will serve the Andoni people, taking them from Mingo to Bori to Port Harcourt. Yeah, this one will give them livelihood. This one will encourage them. They will feel they are important to the society. Those who couldn't afford to pay their transport to Port Harcourt, they can afford with this one. They can go to their business.
The transport scheme, which is named Andoni Local Government Area Palliative Transport Service, has 2 18-seater Toyota Hiace buses and 1 Sienna bus. The chairman of the Chie local government area, Obina Anyanwu, has promised that his administration will soon begin reconstruction work at the community secondary school Olakwo to transform it into a modern standard learning facility. Dr. Anyanwu made the promise on Thursday when he addressed students of the school during a malaria sensitization program organized by the local government council in collaboration with the non-governmental organization ADI Africa. He said his administration is committed to sustaining the drive on education and to maintain school facilities. He reiterated the importance of providing a conducive environment for students to learn, as education plays a distinct role in the lives of all individuals. He appreciated the students for being lawful, obedient to rules, regulations, and urged them to sustain the momentum and come out in flying colors. Our correspondent reports that earlier the H.A. Council chairman inspected the ongoing reconstruction of Umuechem Community Town Hall, embarked upon by his administration to ascertain the level of work. President of Ogoni Liberation Initiative, Douglas Fabeke, has issued a 14-day ultimatum to Reynolds Construction Company RCC to begin construction work on the 15-kilometer dilapidated element section of the East-West Road. Dr. Fabeke, who is also the African coordinator for the United Mission for Rural and Urban African Community Development, issued this ultimatum to address the management of RCC. Dr. Fabeke, in the letter, accused RCC of abandoning the reconstruction work even as funds were allegedly released to them to fix the road. He said the Ministry of Work and Housing had, in response to his protest letter last year, clarified that the company was awarded the contract for the upgrading of the road on December 1, 2014, and has augmented the contract recently to remobilize the site for immediate start of work. He said it is sad that the construction company will leave the project despite it being a death trap for road users. Dr. Fabeke said he would not encourage members of his organization and other concerned road users to embark on any form of protest regarding the bad section of the road. He said he will take legal action after the expiration of the 14-day ultimatum if RCC fails to remobilize to site. The company is yet to comment on this. Still to come, NCAA suspends Max Air domestic flights indefinitely. Stay tuned. Airline Max Air are on hold. This is after the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority NCAA suspended the operations of all Boeing B737 aircraft of domestic carrier Max Air. The suspension is with immediate effect, according to a letter by the regulator to the airline. As part of measures to improve primary health care facilities in various local government areas, directors from the River State Primary Health Care Management Board have conducted inspections across some model primary health centers in Ogba, Egbema, Endoni, and Obiakpa local government areas. Executive Secretary of the Board, Dr. Kinikanwo Green, while addressing newsmen shortly after the inspections, said facilities within flood-prone areas will be given a top priority in the renovation scheme.
We are on routine inspection of various health facilities in all the nooks and crannies in Rivers State. The flood has really affected a lot of the integrity of some of the structures. We are here to ensure that people are able to access quality and good primary health care services. The Rivers State Primary Health Care Management Board will ensure that we improve on what we have as the facility. The Governor of Rivers State has assured Rivers indigents and residents that he's going to take health care to the next level. Primary health care is very important.
Dr. Green also constituted primary healthcare management boards at the local government level, charging them with ensuring that healthcare centers in rural communities remain functional and secure.
We are using a multifaceted approach. On the issues of the flood, we also hope that the federal government will also synergize with the state government to ensure that people are able to live their normal lives. The primary health care in this state is not only for women and children. It is for the elderly, it is for the youth, it is for everybody. So the community has to also take ownership of the primary health centers and ensure that these health centers that have been built by the government are well secured and well protected. When the community takes ownership, everybody will also enjoy the benefits.
Obiakpo Vice Chairman Chinyere Agbara and her Nelga counterpart Dr. Stella Agada also spoke.
Ahead is for us to move around the facilities to make sure that what they are supposed to do, they are doing them. And then if they are lacking or they have challenges, they will report to us, and then we in turn will not tell the board and they will handle it. From tomorrow, we'll start visiting the health facilities in our local government area.
My chairman has graciously inaugurated a flood committee who are already working towards flood mitigation. So ours is just to take care of the health facilities within the IDP camps. I have been coordinating the health centers before this inauguration. We have 22 health centers in Onelga. I have visited all the health centers in Onelga, and I have them all in a chat, and I'm in touch with every one of them.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Hollywood actors have announced they will join an ongoing strike by screenwriters in the industry's biggest shutdown for more than 60 years. The Screen Actors Guild wants streaming giants to agree to a fair split of profits and better working conditions. Some 160,000 performers will stop work at midnight. The stoppage means the vast majority of US film and TV productions will grind to a halt.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard police have arrested a man for selling his 3 children in Rivers State. An economist is faulting the planned monthly transfer of 8,000 naira to millions of households as the Senate approves the move. President Tinubu has declared national emergency on food security. The NCAA has suspended Max Air domestic flights indefinitely. On the foreign scene, Hollywood actors have announced the start of an historic strike. The news was edited by Choma Ezewafo. Mostly cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Efemi Andrew. Good morning.